Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to UC Berkeley's Office of Undergraduate Admissions Cal Week presentation on support and resources. We are just going to give it a few more seconds to let a few more of our friends join us today out in the audience. Um, so just sit tight, maybe grab some water, any refreshments you might need, and get ready to join us for the next hour of some really great information about resources. Okay. I think that's enough time. I think it's been a good couple minutes. So, once again, I just want to thank everybody for joining us today. You are here today about to receive a lot of great information about UC Berkeley's support and resources that are available to you as a student. I first and foremost also want to say congratulations to all of our newly admitted students. Go Bears. What a huge feat. And it's just so beautiful to have you guys here today celebrating with us and learning more about our wonderful community. So without further ado, we are going to be talking about support and resources. Now, before I get into it, I want to just make sure that you know who is talking to you today. So I want to give a couple of introductions to me and my colleague, but my name is Amanda Lacro. I'm an assistant director here in the Office of Undergraduate Admissions. I've been here for over 2 years now, and I absolutely love it here. Go Bears, right? I oversee alumni engagement within our office, and I also am the territory manager for the city of San Jose and the states of Rhode Island and Connecticut. So if anybody's out there from those areas, I'm your girl. But I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to my colleague, Michael, now, who will be my partner in this presentation today. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Amanda. Hi, everyone. My name is Michael Cervantes. I'm one of the assistant directors of admissions within the UC Berkeley Office of Undergraduate Admissions. I'm originally from the South LA area. I'm also a Berkeley alum from 2013, Go Bears. Previously, before working with the Office of Undergraduate Admissions, I was a staff member with Cal Student Central. And I hope you learn a lot with us here today. So thank you, welcome.
Wonderful. So, first and foremost, today you are going to be learning about support and resources. So I'm going to be going over with you, or me and Michael will be going over with you, the different organizations, centers, and places on campus you can go to for a plethora of different types of support that you may need, whether it is academic help, tech help, research help. Maybe you need some sort of counseling, whether it is career or even personal counseling. We're going to go over all of those ways that you can best utilize UC Berkeley and get the most out of your experience here. Next slide, please. So, first and foremost, we are going to talk about how you can engage. Okay, and I don't see my next slide on screen. Maybe, there we go. Not going to have any tech difficulties today. So, how can you engage? And engaging on campus is so important because it helps with your well-being while you are here with us. So we really want to encourage you to, once you're here, reach out and find your community. We have over 1,200 different student organizations on campus that I promise you can find your niche, your community, people with like-minded, that are like-minded, that share your passions and interests. And really that will make your experience here extremely enriching. We have over 34 different sports clubs. Again, when it comes to your health and wellness and your mental health, we really want to encourage you to get involved. Over 60 different fraternities and sororities, again, to build that social community, and 28 different varsity sports as well, whether you are a recruited athlete or maybe just there to really cheer on the Golden Bears. It really brings you a sense of community on campus that, again, is so important for your overall well-being. So a few of those centers that I'm going to talk about today that I think is something we want to highlight. First and foremost, we want to highlight the Career Center. And the Career Center is really there to help prepare, our undergrads, our grads, but also alumni. It helps them make informed decisions about their future, right? And this is why you're here for your career, so that it can get you to that next step, right? And prepare you for what is after graduation. So utilizing the Career Center for your career development, maybe even connecting you to internships while you're on campus. Again, you're building your community, you're developing yourself professionally, and then you're also preparing yourself for employment after graduation. And that is really going to start at the Career Center. Next, we want to highlight the Public Service Center. And this is where you are going to get connected with community partners, alumni, even faculty, connecting you with jobs, internships, courses, volunteer work. And this is truly for students who are looking to make the world more equitable, to be civic leaders in our community, and really integrate community-based learning into their teachings and research. So again, this is a fantastic place if you want to get involved in your community, build and lead within the community here in Berkeley, Oakland, and the surrounding areas. And then the last center I do want to highlight is the LEAD Center. And this is an acronym. It stands for Leadership, Engagement, Advising, and Development. And this is for leadership development. Our students here are leaders, they are change makers, and this is where students can go to get involved, get that professional development, that personal development, and you'll actually be planning and coordinating leadership-wide or campus-wide leadership programs. So again, fantastic opportunity to build community, lead in your community, and get involved for your own well-being. Next slide, please. I now want to go over study abroad. UC offers over 100 study abroad programs in about 40 different countries around the world, if not more. I always encourage students to look at our abroad programs because, traveling expands your mind. It opens you up to different environments, different communities, and seeing the world in itself can be so enriching. What you're looking at is a couple of the different ways you can study abroad on campus, whether that is, through the summer programs. We also have 6 to 8 week academic internship programs. And then, you can study abroad as soon as your first semester. For example, our Global Edge program is in London. Our students are going abroad within their first semester on campus. We also have dual degree programs with Hong Kong and France. So there's so many different ways or different programs that you can look into that could help you get abroad. And we encourage you to start looking at those options now, because you can go abroad as soon as this upcoming semester. So studyabroad.berkeley.edu is where you're going to explore the many different programs. But again, if you're thinking about going to Central South America, Asia, the Caribbean, the Middle East, Australia, you can explore that here, and we encourage you to take advantage of that now. So next, we want to go over the UC Berkeley Basic Needs Center, okay? And basic needs security refers to the food, housing, and wellness security of our campus community. And we truly understand that basic needs have a direct impact on the mental, emotional, and physical health and wellness of our students. Okay. And it's going to affect, academic performance, professional development, and just overall success for our students. So the quality of life of you you and all students here has a major impact on your sense of belonging. So we therefore refuse to accept hunger, malnutrition, homelessness as a part of the university. And the Basic Needs Security Committee is fully dedicated to leading the transformation of UC Berkeley into a basic needs secure institution of higher education. So what you're looking at right now is just a few of the services that the UC Berkeley Needs Center offers. We have a UC Berkeley food pantry where students, faculty, staff can come and get groceries. They offer even fresh produce within these grocery bags, pasta, milk, etc. Our CalFresh program, for example, you can apply to this and students are offered up to around $250 per month on groceries as well through this program. And another program I'd like to highlight is the Freedom Community Clinic, where you can meet with practitioners that provide healing services, which include things such as acupuncture, herbalists, massage therapists, nutritionists, and so much more through the Freedom Community Clinic. And that's really, we want to uplift the bodies, minds, and spirits of our under-resourced communities here. And we want to bring care directly to them. And then lastly, I just want to say about this is that the Basic Needs Center also holds seminars weekly, monthly, so that students can learn more and educate themselves on these options that you're seeing, and so that they have access to utilize these. So I highly encourage you to go to the basicneeds.berkeley.edu website so you can look at what is available to you and what you can access based on your needs. And then next, I'm going to talk about safety and law enforcement. And this is a big one when I've been talking to parents. Is it a safe campus? What is the biggest maybe crime that happens on campus, right? And so first and foremost, bike theft is actually, something that we encourage and warn our students about is make sure you lock your bike, right? Bike theft is real. We are an open campus, but we want to highlight the resources here today so that you can be safe on campus. So we do have UC Berkeley Police Department on campus. It's in Sproul Hall right under us. Again, if there's ever an emergency, call 911. However, the police department is there for our safety. And then, when it comes to safety as well, we are an open campus. So we want to highlight what services there are at night, okay? You might be studying for classes late at night. You might be in the library late at night doing research, going to meetings, even maybe at films or concerts at night with us. So we want to make sure that you have a plethora of different options to assist you when it is dark out. We have our Bear Walk Escort, where someone will actually meet you and walk you back to your dorm. We have a night shuttle, and we also have door-to-door services. So again, I think everybody should have this number in their phone. Also, you can go to bearwalk.berkeley.edu and just take a look at all the different options and services that we have and the resources available to add to the safety of the campus. Make sure that you are also signed up for Berkeley Warn Me. They text you if something's ever going on campus so that you do feel safe and secure and taken care of while you're here. And now I'm going to pass it over to Michael to take it away and continue with the different resources on campus. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Amanda. That was great. So next I'll cover the next half of the presentation. So the next topic is academic support. I'll introduce you to some academic support resources available on campus that you can take advantage while you're a UC Berkeley student to make sure you get the best grades possible and get that extra support that you might need. So first, I strongly recommend making an academic advising appointment with your college advisor and also with your major advisor. So your whichever college you were admitted to, each college has their own college advisors that will prepare a 4-year curriculum for you and help you decide which courses you should take to complete the general education requirements for that specific college, and also add flexibility to your 4-year schedule for your major and other elective courses. So depending on the college you're admitted to, you'll have a specific advisor there. For those entering as a first-year student this fall, you'll actually meet with an academic advisor over the summer to help you select your courses for the fall semester. And then you should begin enrolling in classes in July as well. So I strongly recommend making an appointment even after orientation with an academic advisor on campus during your first semester. And then you'll also meet with your major advisor to select the correct major courses that you need to take to declare the major and also to graduate in that major. So I strongly recommend taking advantage of those resources. We also have the Student Learning Center, which is a center that offers resources and programs that are focused on student academic success. So in the Student Learning Center, we have resources for transfer students. We have resources to improve your study skills. We have a writing program that can help you improve your writing if you're having difficulty with that. And there's also specific tutoring sessions for various math and statistic courses, other science and social sciences courses as well. So you'll find that in the Student Learning Center, and you can start taking advantage of that resource as soon as your first semester. Next, I'll go over the mental and physical health resources available on campus, because not only do we want to support you academically, but we also want to take care of your health overall. So our primary medical center on campus is called the Tank Center, which is under the University Health Services Department. And in this center, you'll find medical services, social services, and counseling services. So what does that mean? Medical services are your traditional like doctor visit. So if you're sick, you have a flu, or you need a checkup, you'll go to the Tank Center and meet with the primary care official there. Also, if you need some type of social service, whether it's maybe a nutrition plan, or maybe if you're dealing with an addiction issue, or you just need advice, you can visit the social services department within the Tank Center. And also we have our counseling and psychological services department, where you can come to make an appointment to meet with the mental health counselor, or we also have drop-in hours to speak with the counselor in case you're facing any mental health issues that you need support with. So I strongly encourage you to take care of those. You take advantage of those resources, and we have them there for you, and you can take advantage of these 3 services as soon as your first semester as well. And if the cost of medical services is a concern for you, we also have our neighbor, the Berkeley Free Clinic, which is almost next door to the Tank Center, and they provide free limited medical care for any community member. So I strongly encourage you to visit that Berkeley Free Clinic if for some reason cost is an issue. Next, I'll go over the Office of Cal Student Central. Cal Student Central represents 3 departments on campus: the Financial Aid Office, the Billing and Payments Department, and the Office of the Registrar. Cal Student Central is located in Sprout Hall, and they are open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. They're only available virtually through the virtual front desk on Wednesdays. You can call them, you can visit them in person, and they also have a 24/7 chatbot if you have any financial aid, billing, or registration questions. And you can also submit an online case, an online inquiry, either through Cal Central or through their website, studentcentral.berkeley.edu. So at Cal Student Central, perhaps now you might have called them recently if you had questions about your financial aid package, and then you might call them again later, maybe in August, if you're having any enrollment issues or you're just concerned about about your billing statement. But this is the office that will be your first point of contact to getting that financial aid education, learning what your financial aid package looks like, when will it disperse, when you will receive your financial aid refund, if applicable. And also there's other resources available through Cal Student Central that could support your educational expenses while you're at Berkeley. One good resource is the emergency loan program, which is a loan up to $1,300 that you can apply for, and you don't have to repay until after 60 days, and there's no interest included. And there's 3 other services that I highly recommend. It's the cost of attendance adjustment request, and the housing security deposit application in case you need any rental assistance when you're looking for off-campus housing your 2nd, 3rd, or 4th year. Another great resource on campus is the Disabled Students Program. This program supports students with disabilities, and it will support them with achieving academic success on campus. There are staff on campus that are focused for just this population, and they can help you make appointments with either the Tank Center or getting in contact with your professors, or just getting any accommodations you might need for any classes or for exams such as midterms or finals. So I strongly recommend reaching out to the Disabled Students Program if you fall under this population, and there are specialists there to make sure you have a successful academic and professional and social career at UC Berkeley. And our last topic is the Equity Inclusion Division. So we have various offices and departments on campus here to support you. And one of those main offices is the Berkeley International Office. This office is mostly focused toward our international students. And specifically, they deal with issues on immigration services, immigration advocacy, and programming. And they also help you if you have a student visa. So if you have any concerns about your student visa expiring or you need help renewing it, this will be the office to support you. Also, if you need any financial support as an international student, this will be your main point of contact to inquire if there's any scholarships or financial resources available for you while you're at Berkeley as an international student. Also, for international students, visit our website, scholarships.berkeley.edu. That's our main scholarship database managed by the UC Berkeley Financial Aid Office. And there you can find many scholarships offered to UC Berkeley students that are not dependent on FAFSA or financial needs. So I strongly recommend that resource. For veterans, we also have the Cal Veteran Services Center. So this service center is staffed by veterans, and they're here to make sure that you excel academically and socially while you're at Berkeley. They will help you with enrollment. They have academic and extracurricular programs and experiences, and they form a community of veteran alumni even after you graduate, so you can stay connected to Berkeley as a veteran. We also have the Educational Opportunity Program. This program is for first-generation low-income college students, and they will provide you with guidance and resources so you can be successful in college and after Berkeley. EOP has specific academic counselors only available for EOP students, and they can provide you with academic and financial aid advising. They also have social events. They have peer advisors that you can go to in case you need any advice about student life here, or just about finding housing, how to join clubs, and so on. And this is a great resource for our first-gen low-income college students, because this office is staffed by staff and peer advisors who are just like you and me. So please feel free to take advantage of this resource. And lastly, we have the Transfer Student Center. This center is specifically geared to our transfer students, and congrats to our recently admitted transfer students who just received notice of their acceptance this past Friday. This center has counselors just for transfer students. This is the gathering place for many of our transfer students where they're able to make friends, form clubs, and make community. And the Transfer Student Center also has community programs and events, internship opportunities, career opportunities available for our transfer population. So take advantage of this resource. While your time at Berkeley, I'm sure you'll be able to make a community with other transfer students here. And yes, that was the end of our general overview of academic resources on campus. Tomorrow we have an event that covers student life on campus, and it will go over various clubs and organizations available to you as a UC Berkeley student. Later today, after this session, we have our resource fair where various support and resources will be available for you in a virtual resource fair. And Amanda, is there anything you'd like to add as well? Oh, you're muted.
Forgot to unmute. Thank you. Yes, I also want to add that Friday is our Life After Cal Day. This is essentially where you will be able to directly talk to alumni, UC Berkeley alumni, about their experiences at Cal, why they chose Cal, but also what they're doing after Cal. So we have an international alumni panel and Q&A at 8 a.m. Pacific time on Friday morning. We also will have an East Coast event, so alumni panel and Q&A at 4 p.m. Pacific time. And then we have our main event for domestic students, and anybody can attend this event. It is the Life After Cal panel. It is at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Following the main panel on Friday night, we will have our own little resource fair in which you can talk to alumni from across the nation. We will have alumni chapters who are located in different cities. We also have identity chapters that will be there. And you can hop into the different Zoom rooms and speak one-on-one or within small groups to alumni that are possibly in the area that you are living in and what their experience was moving to Cal. Did they go back to where they're from after Cal? What are they doing now? So again, it's going to be a great opportunity for you to see how students, what students have done after graduation. Okay. Awesome. So next, we are going into the Q&A portion of the hour that we have together. And below, you will find the Google form in which you can submit your question. We've already gotten a few questions coming in, so thank you so much to the students who have already participated and have been engaging with us. And we're going to go ahead and start by answering some of those questions now. I want everyone, also in case some people decide to hop off, at the 7 o'clock hour, we are starting the resource fair for our student support or our support services and resources. A lot of the centers that we talked about today will be there at 7 o'clock this evening, and you can hop into their Zoom room and speak directly with them. We're going to have organizations like the Career Center that I talked about, the Student Learning Center that Michael talked about, the Chicano X Latinx Student Development Office. So many organizations that you will be able to speak to after this starting at 7 p.m. And all of those Zoom links are going to be in the portal. If you scroll down right beneath this video, anybody who's watching on YouTube, go ahead and log into your student portal and you'll be able to access those links. Where this video is, you just scroll down a little bit more and they will be able to start speaking to you at 7 p.m. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get some of your questions answered. First and foremost, we have a question that says, is the base summer program available to architecture students? The answer to this is no. This is actually a program that is only for Haas School of Business students. The next question we have is, how many advisors are given to each student? And I want to shoot this over to my colleague, Michael. How many advisors are given to each student? Do you know this?
So if you're speaking about academic, oh, excuse me, I'm hearing an echo.
Oh, you're good. You're muted now.
Okay,
There you
great.
go.
If you're speaking about academic advisors, I believe in general, depending on the college you're enrolled in, you do not have an assigned advisor, but each college and major does provide advisors for you. And you can go to their websites and make advising appointments, and you can and meet with an advisor there. But generally, you don't have an assigned advisor, but there are many advisors available for you.
And a follow-up to that, how do they access advising within their portal?
So you can make advising appointments through your Cal Central under My Academics, or you can go to your college or major's website and find the contact information for the advising for the advisors there.
Thank you. The next question is, I have a psychological/learning disability and am in need of accommodations. How do I submit documents, and do I have to submit documents is essentially the question overall. And depending on what you're requesting, what type of accommodations you're requesting, that is going to have to determine what documents must be submitted and how they're submitted. So make sure you go to dsp.berkeley.edu. Again, that's D as in dog, S as in Sam, P as in peanut, dsp.berkeley.edu. And there is a list of the different documents that you have to submit based on the accommodations you're requesting. Okay. Thank you. The next question we have is, does the Berkeley International Services also help DACA students? And I can answer that. If not, Michael, if you want to take this one.
I can go. So we do have an undocumented student program center on campus that can help you with any of your concerns or questions. So don't go to the international office, go to the undocumented student program for any help. They have counselors there. They have financial aid advising available, an academic counselor. So take advantage of that resource. And they have their own center in Lower Sproul Plaza, right in the center of campus. And they're generally available during the week. So you could either give them a call, they might have virtual services, or you could visit them in person once you're on campus. And their website is undocu.berkeley.edu, undocu.berkeley.edu. And you can read more about what type of financial resources they have, academic resources, and other events.
Thank you. Another question is, can we get a link for tech help with some of our admissions tasks? So my recommendation to you, if you're having some questions about your admissions tasks, there's two options you have. First and foremost, go ahead and submit a contact us form, and we'll be able to answer your question there. And that's on admissions.berkeley.edu. Or if you'd like, at 7 p.m. this evening, there will be an admissions help desk in the resource fair. You can actually hop into that Zoom link and directly ask our admissions officers your question for any help with admissions tasks. So again, I'd wait till 7 o'clock, 25 more minutes, and then you'll have direct access to an admissions officers in the resource fair below. The next question is career guidance offered for jobs and internships after Cal to international students as well? Will we be able to speak with any global alumni on the day of Life After Cal? Absolutely. Yes. Yes to all of your questions. We have a global alumni network. We have alumni chapters across the world. And yes, at Life After Cal at the 8 a.m. PST, Pacific time, international panel, you will be directly speaking to alumni from all over the world who some are currently living, at different parts of the globe. Some have stayed after graduation here in the States. but they have all, they were all international students while coming into Cal. So, excuse me, they will be able to tell you about their experience and also tell you about their experience with jobs and internships after. But 8 a.m. international panel, Life After Cal, Friday morning, Pacific time. Okay. Hi, I understand that transfer students can register for classes after July 14th, but when should transfer students meet with their advisors? Michael, would you like to jump in on this one?
Yes, from what I recall from the Golden Bear Orientation Office is that you meet with your academic advisor in the month of June, and then you don't actually enroll in classes until after July 14th. But I would go to orientation.berkeley.edu and they have the dates there to when your Golden Bear advising session is for this upcoming fall.
Yes, so we have many questions coming in about signing up for classes and enrollment and meeting with advisors. So like Michael said, make sure you keep a lookout for Golden Bear orientation. You will have your sign up there in order to meet with an advisor. Okay. Okay, if I want to take a class during the summer but want to use my financial aid, would I be able to use it before fall semester? Michael, would you happen to know the answer to this question, or should we refer to financial aid?
I would refer you to contact financial aid so they can just review your financial aid package and see if you're eligible for financial aid for this summer. So reach out to them. They have their own financial aid office specifically for study abroad students. So reach out to Cal Student Central. You can find their contact information at studentcentral.berkeley.edu, and they'll connect you with the study abroad financial aid advisor.
Wonderful. I see. So this is actually an admissions question. For those of you who have maybe questions on your conditions of admissions, you're possibly thinking about submitting an update form. Maybe you're not going to meet your conditions of admissions. What you want to do is submit an update form on your map at Berkeley, letting us know what changes have been made since the time you've submitted your application. Okay. We will then get back to you through the update form and let you know, we'll review your case and let you know what we decide on your case. And we will also update your conditions of admissions if they've changed. Okay, if you have any further questions on this, again, I highly recommend going to the admissions link, Zoom link at 7 p.m. to directly speak with some of our admissions officers. Okay, we have a few questions on here for students asking for specific resources for specific programs such as architecture, UX design, computers. We have some computer science students. Basically resources for our specific academic programs. Okay. What I recommend here, unfortunately, Michael and I are not experts on every single major here. I do apologize for that. But what I can say is go directly to the college and majors website, and you can find those through guide.berkeley.edu. And they will have all of their programs listed on their website so that you can get involved in them. A lot of our majors also have student ambassadors who you can talk to now and connect with students. And they could also tell you directly what programs they're involved in and how they further got involved on campus. So everybody here who is interested in learning about more resources of your major or college, go directly to them today and start researching and learning about what resources are available to you. Okay. Who can help us find housing? Is there a resource specifically for that? Michael, do you happen to have any advice for this question?
Yeah, so if you're planning to live on campus in one of the residence halls, you should contact Cal Housing. Their website is housing.berkeley.edu, and there you can connect with that housing officer, and they can guide you through all the different types of residence halls available at UC Berkeley, their costs, the living arrangements, and they can guide you on what each living situation is for each residence hall. So contact Cal Housing at housing.berkeley.edu, and they can guide you on how to apply for housing and decide which housing or which residence halls you want to live in your first year.
Wonderful. If my AP credits transfer and meet the requirements for my major, how early can I start getting a certificate from another major? So I just want to just clarify this question because AP credits, you can receive AP credits from getting a 3, 4, or 5 on your AP exams. However, they're not going to meet all the requirements for your major. Your major is going to be approximately 130 units, right? And AP courses are only 3 units per exam, okay? So they will not go for your entire major, all those credits. They just won't work like that, but that's okay. So again, once you go through Golden Bear orientation and you meet with an advisor, they will create a 4-year plan with you based on what your major is. They will also be able to know, okay, you've taken this many AP exams and received this much credit. This is where the credit will go to towards your degree, and they will help you plan out that 4-year plan based on the credits that you already have, okay? I want to also add to that it is possible to double major or also have a minor. So during the Golden Bear orientation, definitely let us know what you would like to double major in, if that's something that you would like to do, or have a minor, and they will assist you with that process as well. Okay. Okay. I have a question here. How do you know if you're admitted to EOP? How can you check? Michael, is that something that you may have the knowledge of?
I'm not too sure, but you could always contact our EOP office and just let them know you're interested in the program, and they can let you know if you can use their resources, but they're pretty much available to all low-income or first-gen students. Also, if you mark on your admission application that you were an EOP student, we also took note of that. But feel free to reach out to the EOP program. They're very welcoming. And get in contact with one of their peer advisors or their staff member. They can help you from there.
Awesome, thank you. When will freshmen be notified of move-in date? So Michael, I don't know if you know this either, but I don't know when they are going to notify students. That is, housing will absolutely let you know. The first step is making sure that you do get your housing application submitted. There is a deadline for that. I don't know it off the top of my head, but I really encourage you to get that housing application in by the deadline so that you can be notified and up to date on when move-in date is, where you will be living, who your roommates will be, right? So get that housing application in as soon as you can.
Yeah, you should receive a notice from Cal Housing or from Golden Bear Orientation on the move-in dates. But if you go to the housing website, housing.berkeley.edu, and search for the move-in dates, they're already listed on their website. So the move-in dates for new freshmen and transfer student is August 16 and 17. So the day when you move in depends on when housing decides you move in. Also reach out to Cal Housing to get a specific move-in date for you. But I'm sure you'll get notice of when that date is soon.
Wonderful. How easy or difficult is it to change majors? Are certain majors more difficult to change into than others? So This is a two-part question. It's always going to be yes and no. Yes, some majors are fairly easy to change into. However, there are other majors that absolutely are more difficult to switch into. For example, our College of Engineering is, I don't want to say impossible, but extremely hard to change into. Whereas if you're switching out of engineering, say into letters and science, fairly easy, right? And then there's also majors within letters and science. Some majors within letters and science are easy to declare, while others are more difficult. We call them high demand majors. And these high demand majors, all that means is that there's more students that want to declare than there are seats available. So those majors are going to be a little bit harder to apply into and may have some prerequisites in order to apply into those majors. So again, you will learn this through your advisor at Golden Bear Orientation, depending on what you are planning to major in. And they will let you know what your trajectory of courses and plan is to declare and or switch. Okay. Let's see. How can I learn more about work study?
I can take that one. So you can learn more about work study at the financial aid website. And the website is workstudy.berkeley.edu. If you go to workstudy.berkeley.edu, you'll learn more about what the work study program is, how you can become eligible for it. But if you have any more specific questions about the work study program, you'll need to contact Cal Student Central. And within Cal Student Central, you'll speak with the financial aid advisor who can check to see if you're eligible for work study. And if not, then they can help you become eligible. And they can also guide you to the work study job board so you can begin looking for work study jobs on campus. But yes, talk to Cal Student Central and meet with the financial aid advisor there, and they'll guide you on answering any questions about work study.
Okay. We have another question on financial aid about the checklist items. If you see, have any questions on your checklist items, including admissions, but something, you don't know what a certain phrase means, or you're unsure about something, call financial aid directly and ask them what this means. So in case there is a document that you need to submit that you might be missing, or you just are unsure of the definition of something, contact financial aid directly and ask them. That goes the same with admissions. If you have an admissions task that you might not be able to get in, like a transcript document, or you might not be meeting that UC reciprocity, or if you dropped a course, etc. In that case, you'd want to, again, submit an update form and let us know what is happening, or you can contact us admissions by phone. But if there's any changes to your conditions of admissions or dropped classes, you definitely would want to submit an update form, okay? Did Cal already send out the notifications for transfer Regent scholars? I'm unsure about this. I do not know the date for that, or if it's already been sent out. Michael, do you know anything about the transfer Regents scholarship, and if that has already gone out?
I believe invitations to interview were sent before the admissions decisions went out. And if you were selected to be a Regent scholar, you would have been notified at the time of admission. But there is a Regents and Chancellor's office that you can contact if you're unsure if you were selected, and they can confirm with you whether you were or not. Thank you. Sorry, an update with regards to the transfer Regents. So there were actually no interviews. I apologize for that. But they'll be notified later sometime in May if you were awarded the transfer Regent scholars.
Okay. What are some of the high demand LNS majors? So some of the high demand majors are going to be computer science, psychology, physics, molecular cell biology, integrative biology, economics. Michael, shout them out if you can think of any that are not coming across that I'm missing. Media studies.
Molecular cell biology, did you say that
Mhm.
one? Okay.
So it's always fun trying to name these. Cognitive science. Thank you, Stefan. I think those are the main ones. But again, your advisor will know these and they'll be able to walk you through that process. But those are like the top main ones that I could think of off the top of my head for high demand majors. Okay, we just have a few minutes left. So again, if you have any other questions, go ahead and put them in the chat. We're just gonna go through a few more. And as we look through these, let's see.
Well, while you're looking, you can give
Go ahead.
more majors. So the high demand majors are art practice, computer science, economics, global studies, media studies, operations, research and management science, political economy, and psychology and public health.
Yes. Public health, that's another big one I forgot about. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Michael. We do have a couple of students asking about, for example, smaller programs like FFP and Transfer Edge, and when they will speak to advisors. I don't know when those dates will go out. Michael, I don't know if you know when those advising appointments will go out for some of those smaller programs, but I know that you will be notified of that after you accept your offer, along with you'll be notified on the portal and via email as well.
I'm not sure what the date is, but if this is for the FPF program, they'll reach out to you, notify you.
Yes, I have a question that just came in. Hello, I just wanted to confirm if the film and media studies major are different. Yes, they're two different majors. So we have a media studies and we also have film studies. So yes, two different majors. And again, guide.berkeley.edu is where you can go to look up those majors and look at the curriculum for each of them and connect with them. So is molecular cell biology an impacted course since it's a high demand? So I don't know if you're talking about if it's an impacted course or major. It is an impacted major. And I don't know if you're asking if the courses might be impacted because it's a high demand major, meaning is it harder to get those classes if you're not a major? And so I know, and Michael, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do know that courses and certain courses will prioritize students who are majors. Yeah. And so, so you can take classes from other majors and things like that if the prerequisites are complete. However, they do prioritize students who are actually in that major as well. So I hope I answered your question. If not, go ahead and submit another one, but I think that's what you meant. How do I update my legal name change? Does this affect my financial aid package? It possibly can it possibly can affect your financial aid package if it is not changed, because financial aid might not disperse if it's not under the correct name. So you absolutely want to make sure that name is legally changed. And I believe you do that in Cal Student Central. And correct me if I'm wrong, Michael.
No, you
Or
got
Cal
it.
Student Central. Yeah.
Are you able to contact Cal Student Central to submit a legal name change request? And they'll update all the campus systems with the update.
We had a question on the Regents Scholarship, and how students apply for it. And so this was actually done in the admissions process. So when you apply to Cal, either as a freshman or transfer, you are actually reviewed for the merit scholarship while you are reviewed for admission. So there's actually nothing extra you had to do or can do now. The decisions already have been made, and they're again made during the admissions review process. So that is how and when we make those decisions. So yes, hope that answered your question there. How can we learn more about research opportunities? Michael, maybe you could take this one. I don't know if you did any research here. Maybe you can also speak about your experience. I think that would be really enriching to hear.
Yeah, so there's an actual department on campus that specializes on supporting students on finding research on campus. It's called the Department of Undergraduate Research and Scholarship. Reach out to them. They have staff and student advisors who can help you find any research opportunities on campus. There's also another program called the Undergraduate Research Apprenticeship Program, which is the program I did research under as well. And that's where professors and graduate student instructors post their research opportunities. And that's where you apply for those research opportunities as well. You can also reach out to your college and major advisors and see what research opportunities are offered directly by your department. And your major advisor should have resources to help you find those. And you could always reach out to any professors that you're interested in working under and see if they have any research opportunities available, especially if there's a professor of interest that you like and you like the type of work they're doing. Feel free to email them or talk to them during office hours and see if they have any openings available. Also, there is you can reference yesterday's Cal Week session. You can find that on YouTube. And it was about the Berkeley Discovery Department, and they also spoke about research. And you can find this recording in your map at Berkeley portal as well.
Wonderful. Okay, we got some thank yous coming in. So we also just wanted to say thank you so much. We have about 2 minutes until the resource fair starts. And I just want to answer one more question before we break out, but that is, are there any special events for transfer students that we should know about? And yes, there are. So we have a transfer day coming up. It is May 7th. It is on campus. We highly encourage you to come and spend some time with us. We both will be there. We will have a big welcome event. We will have many of our departments that you can speak to in person. We will have lots of swag for you. So if you want to just come and get some Berkeley swag, we highly recommend coming to Transfer Day on May 7th. More info in that is in your portal as well. Come to the rest of the virtual events that are coming up. And also, if you are a transfer student who might not be in California or in the Bay, I should say, we are holding transfer events in different areas. So like Sacramento, Fresno, different areas in Southern California. So go check on the map to see if we're actually coming to your city, and then you don't have to travel for Cal Day or for Golden Bear Welcome on May 7th. So look on your portal for the different events we're offering for transfer students, but we love our transfer students here. We're doing everything for you guys. So yeah, go Bears when it comes to that. Michael, anything I forgot?
No, that was great. Thank you, Amanda.
Awesome. So everybody, it is now 7 o'clock. Scroll down, go into the resource fair, go click into the different Zoom links. We have people from the Career Center. We have CE3, which is the Centers for Educational Equity and Excellence, ChiConX, Latinx Student Development Center, CS Kickstart, the Math Department, Student Learning Center, UC Berkeley, Parking and Transportation. So go check them out. And thank you so much for being with us today, and go Bears.
Go Bears.